People are the only people that talk about money in relationships.
It's crazy.
Because other cultures just know the man is going to be the caretaker or the provider. Like, other cultures just know that. But when I say it in the comments, like, what the fuck, this lazy bitch, what's she talking about?
So
they probably do that because they're living in reality and they understand the economy that they're living in. And the reason why your argument is flawed is because you're talking about these cultures in other countries that don't have the same opportunities that the women in the United States have to make their own money. Therefore, that's what makes your argument flawed, and that's why guys come for you the way they do in the comments.
You stupid.
Duh. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rome, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm gonna play the rest of this clip and get on with it. Let's get it.
So every other culture understands the man is the provider and the woman is a nurturer. That's not even a conversation that they have because they already know it. They grow up knowing that. Yeah. Black people are the only people that see our moms do more than our dads, and so we have a reverse thinking about it. We think, oh, well, my mom did it so I could do it, or my mom did it so she can do it. That's why so many black women are unmarried, because we don't have roles. Gender roles are not a bad thing in marriage. Everyone needs to have their, if I don't know my role, how do I know what part I'm playing in anything? For sure. When you're on a basketball team, everybody has their position, everybody has their role. You need to know what your role is. And a woman's role is the nurturer, and if you have kids, the caregiver, and the man's role is the provider, and he brings in the money. He brings in the money, and the woman manages it, and that's how the household's supposed to run.
And again, nobody's disagreeing with that, but the reason why you get so much pushback is because of the economy that we living in. See, this is what kills me about this conversation, man. And I think this is why I'm starting to believe that this is a dead-end conversation, because it's easy for her to be right, because most people are going to look at the gender roles that way. So that's why she feels a way when men come at her and say anything. But the reason why men are coming at you and saying this is because we understand the economy and how money works a lot better than y'all do, apparently. Because y'all are having this conversation free willy as if 75 to 80% of women aren't working. Last time I checked, I think that was the percentage. It was 75 or 76 or 80%. One of those three percentages. That's the number of women in the workforce. And the rest are either unemployed or stay-at-home wives and moms. So that is a privilege in this country. Like, y'all need, see, it's funny, bro, because whenever a man says he wants a woman that cooks and cleans, the first thing that comes out of a woman's mouth is, oh, we ain't in the 1950s anymore. Yet y'all keep having this conversation as if we still living in that era. And you want to know the reason why this is an issue with the black folks and not the other cultures? Because the other cultures understand that you need both. The other cultures are paying attention to the economy, and they know that more than likely both are gonna have to work in order to build something. Matter of fact, I'm gonna prove it to you now. Check out this next clip.
Show me one Chinese restaurant, Indian or Arabic gas station. Show me one Hispanic taco truck or Hispanic auto mechanic shop. Show me one business that is attached to the nationalities that she listed where their wives aren't in there working every day. The only time I don't see the wives, the sisters, the cousins, even the children, the only time I don't see them working in the business next to their husbands and their fathers and their brothers is when somebody just had a baby or they're in school. Other than that, guess where they be at? Working. Show me one Indian-owned hotel where the wife is not operating that front desk or part of the housekeeping crew or part of the accounting. You can't show me one. because they understand I'm going to help my man build this business. We're going to bring our children in, teach them the business. We're going to operate it together so we can cut down on labor costs. When we hit a certain level of income, when we have hit a certain level of success, then ain't neither one of us working, because now this is a passive income, and we would have went and bought 2, 3, 4, 5 more of these businesses so that I can live a good, comfortable life. I ain't never seen these cultures not support one another. The wives be right there at the gas station bagging your stuff up while the husbands ring it up. The wives be right there at the front desk giving you that one little towel and that one little washcloth because she know how to keep hold of her laundry because she don't want to wash it. Listen, they be right there. And this goes hand in hand with what I was saying as far as a lot of them get the money to start these businesses that their families are going to work in from the parents. We are the only culture who does not do that. We are the only ones. Everybody's doing it. And even when you look at the Islamic faith, the Arabic men who have multiple wives, their wives a lot of times are educated and they are running the behind the scenes. But y'all won't talk about that though, okay? So I agree with you 1,000%. They be in there working, baby.
Thank you. Me and Global Passport Crew had the same conversation, and I remember him telling me about when he was driving this one couple, and they got like $1 million, $2 million home or something. But the husband didn't start off, well off. They had to work their way and build their way up to that. This was a white couple, all right? And she just gave you a bunch of good examples. Think about how many times you guys have probably went to a corner store somewhere and you noticed that the husband and the wife was in there working together, or they look like they probably could have been related. I can tell you right now, there's an Indian woman that works at the Marathon gas station downtown. I tell you right now, bro. I've had my eye on her, but I know for a fact that more than likely she's working that cash register because she's probably either related or probably married to the person that's running it, or whatever the case may be. Because it ain't nothing but other people in that gas station of the same race. That's why I wanted to play that first clip of that woman. And if y'all go to her TikTok, I forgot the name. I think her name is Amani something. Y'all ain't gonna wanna see her. I'm like, she's basically another queen maker, so to speak. Like I said, for every one of me, it's another 5, 10, 20 of them, right? So yeah. And this is what I'm talking about. And this is coming from a woman. This is coming from another woman telling you this. Now I want y'all to hear it from a male perspective, and this is coming from a man who, if I recall, I think he said he's involved in finance and stuff as far as his profession. So check this out.
Why are black women the only group that's being asked to build men up financially?
I will definitely not aim this towards all black women, because I know there are a lot of traditional black women that are out there.
Stop the cap.
But I do not agree with this woman at all. Hear me out. I am a sales consultant for a luxury car brand, and I sell cars to all walks of life, all different types of cultures, ethnicities, all different types of people. All different types. And the reason why a lot of those men who are from different cultures, who are very traditional, do not have to ask their women for any type of help is because their women do it willingly. It's almost like that's who they are. And I'm gonna give you some examples. I had sold this doctor a car, okay? I believe he was a neurosurgeon or something of that nature. And he also did real estate. The guy made a lot of money. So I wanted some advice, and I asked him, different tips he can help me on, because I was a marketer. So after we talked, he literally told me, he said, the reason why I am where I am today is because of my wife. As his wife sat across him, he told me that when he was in med school, when he was trying to get better at real estate and all these different things, his woman held him down. She made most of the money at that time. He didn't want for anything. He did the best he could to help support himself just as much as his relationship with his woman. Because of her, it helped elevate him to being in the position that he is now as a neurosurgeon, and also him being really good in real estate, which gives them the riches that they have today. And what if I told you that that same woman is in the medical field and makes over $500,000 a year? Like, the woman was a straight boss. But the dopest thing that I heard from this woman had nothing to do with how much money she made. She listened to her man speak and literally let him do his thing. She didn't have to tell me what she did for that man. It's just, it was something she knew she wanted to do. She allowed her man to lead, and she showed that man respect, and he loved her for it, and he made sure to reciprocate that energy just like she did to him. And I also met another man that was from Palestine, and he had his own hotel. And when I sold this man a car, he told me, before I make a decision, I want to talk to my wife first. And I said, that's no problem. I said, is there a reason why? And he sat there and said, my wife is actually my accountant. My wife does all my numbers. My financial decision is just as important as hers. When he's so busy running his hotel or doing other things, she's helping him run it on the side. Look, I've met black couples like this, Asian couples like this, almost every type of person when it comes to a marriage. The biggest common denominator is that these women work with their men. They are teammates. These men want their wives to live soft lives. But the difference is that these women also reciprocate. They also work with their men. They are high-functioning teammates. She helps him, and he gives her a beautiful life, and together they both win. Now, to my ladies, I'm not telling you to give your all to a man that is a bum, dude that comes home every single day doing absolutely nothing with himself, borrowing your car, you know, ripping and running, doing all that stupid stuff. Like, we know those types of men. There's a lot of women out there that give their all to men that ain't doing nothing for themselves. And we all know those types of women that date those types of men. So don't be mad if things are not working out for you, if you are giving your all to a man who is not going to reciprocate the way you are. Not a black thing, it's not a white thing, Asian thing. It is a traditional thing. It's a teamwork thing, and men and women work together to make the dream work. Pour into a fountain and not a drain.
Thank you so much, man. That was so well put, bro. Like, seriously, I've been trying so hard to get the people to understand that you can sit over here and try to play this whole race card like the woman in the first clip did. Why come other cultures understand this? It seems to me like only the black women don't understand it. Because if black men like him and like the men in your comments are coming at you and trying to make you see reality for what it is, then you would understand why I played the previous two clips. What black women don't seem to know is that these women from all these other cultures, they work with their men to help them build the wealth that they have. That's the problem. Y'all want a man to build it on his own and wait at the finish line and then expect him to wait on you hand and foot.
That is bullshit.
Nah, it don't work that way.
Nope.
That's why those guys are typically the guys that are treating y'all like options and just running through y'all, because they know y'all wouldn't be waiting at the finish line for them if it wasn't for the success. Versus these other marriages and examples that they are talking about, these are women that were with these guys before they ever had anything, which is really where you want to be, because that's where the loyalty is really going to come in at. Because don't you think a man that you built wealth with is going to be far more loyal to you versus a man that got it on his own and you just came and moved in? Which man you think is going to be more loyal to you? It's common damn sense. Women know the answer to that. And I don't understand why I don't know what makes these women think that none of these women from any of these other cultures help these men build their success to where they at. Really, if more women, especially American modern women, not just black women, but if more women in America had this mindset and understanding, man, it would be a lot more wealthier families in this country, man. Real talk. I'm like, I say it all the time, man. I'm like, for real, y'all, marriage is low-key cheat code in the United States. It's low-key cheat code when you really think about it. Because when you bring those incomes together, and then you stamp on top of that the fact that you're married, you get certain benefits that single taxpayers don't get. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother different subject, and I'm not an expert on finances. But I think you get my point, man. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this, alright? If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification, that way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description, as well as my latest mixtape, Lost Music Volume 2. And if you want to purchase any of the merch, the spreadshot.com link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all, Deuces.